First things first, I want to get this out of the way real quick. We hit another milestone this morning on the channel, past the 10,000 subscriber mark. Most of those subscribers have been added in the last 4 to 6 weeks. This time last month, I think we only had 3,000. So we've added over 7,000 in the last month alone. I appreciate you guys. I really do. You guys do a great job sharing my content, giving me ideas for videos, keeping an eye on breaking news. So thank you for your continued support. And thank you for watching the videos. Some of you have been with me from the beginning, before we even had 100 subscribers. I appreciate your loyalty. It does not go unnoticed. So I just wanted to thank you guys for all the support. Let's go ahead and get into it. Welcome to another edition of The Woke Turning on the Woke. Poor Max Kellerman. He has tried so hard to be the token white guy. He has tried so hard to get Stephen A. Smith to like him. Please, Stephen A., I'm one of the white people who gets it. I've got black friends. I acknowledge the inherent racism that I was born with. Please love me. I am dying for your approval. For over 5 years now, Max Kellerman has kissed the ass of Stephen A. Smith. Countless times, he has endured the wrath of Stephen A. on the air. I cannot count the number of times that Stephen A. Smith has emasculated and embarrassed Max Kellerman on national television. I guess Max can look at the bright side. About 250,000 people watch First Take every day, so hardly anyone is seeing him get embarrassed. Even still, he has spent the better part of 5 years sucking up to Stephen A. Smith. And where did it get him? It got his ass thrown off the show. About an hour or two ago, Front Office Sports reported that Max Kellerman is going to be leaving First Take in the near future. This has not been confirmed by ESPN, simply a rumor at this point. I normally don't make videos based off rumors. I like to wait until something is substantiated first, but I'm going to go out on a limb with this one because I believe this rumor. Multiple media outlets have reached out to ESPN for comment since the story broke. They've declined to comment. If they were going to keep Max Kellerman on First Take, there would be no reason for ESPN to decline commenting on the story. They would simply put the rumor to rest. Max Kellerman is a vital part of First Take and our success. We look forward to many more years watching him get emasculated by Stephen A. Smith. There are several interesting points with this story. Number one, I thought ESPN was the network devoted to diversity. I thought they were the network devoted to inclusion. Max Kellerman's one of the wokest people on ESPN. Like Stephen A., he has sold his integrity for money, but it wasn't enough. ESPN is taking him off their flagship morning show anyway. This is becoming a trend at ESPN. Look at the on-air personalities that they've parted ways with for one reason or another over the past year. Mike Golick, Trey Wingo. They pulled Rachel Nichols from covering the NBA Finals when she got in that tiff with Maria Taylor. Kenny Mayne, Tom Rinaldi, Dan Lebatard. There's more. That's just all I can think of off the top of my head. You look at the list of people that have left ESPN over the last 1 to 2 years. What do most of them have in common? The majority of them are white males. ESPN has become BET, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. My problem comes in is that they sell themselves as a network of diversity when that's not what they are. They essentially begged Maria Taylor to stay. She left anyway. They alienated and dumped all over Rachel Nichols, who I cannot believe is still at ESPN. If I were Rachel Nichols, I would have jumped off the Titanic when I had the chance. She had the perfect opportunity to do so. Now, the second interesting part of this story, besides the fact that they're taking another white dude off the air, it shows how much power Stephen A. Smith holds at ESPN. There have been whispers for a while now that Stephen A. doesn't really like Max Kellerman. Several months ago, Stephen A. made a comment on the air about going to management at ESPN and getting a pay raise for having to deal with Max Kellerman on a daily basis. Now, I kind of can understand his frustration. Max Kellerman is extremely annoying. You could see Max Kellerman's removal coming. Hell, ESPN was actively trying to bring back Skip Bayless last year to replace him. Stephen A has been trying to get him off the show for years now. There is no loyalty with these people. Max Kellerman has groveled. He has humiliated himself with his woke politics. And they're still demoting him. Of course, it is not going to be sold that way to the public. It's being reported that Max Kellerman is really needed on ESPN radio. Oh, yeah, because he's such a big star. He has such a huge following that he's going to help the dying radio division at ESPN. When the press release eventually does come out, ESPN is going to sell this as a positive for Max Kellerman's career. But we know what this really is. This is a demotion. There is no other way to describe going from morning television to dying ESPN radio in the afternoon other than getting demoted. The truth is, ratings for First Take haven't reached what they were when it was Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith. God, could you imagine the cringe, how cringe that pairing would have been last summer? Skip is even more cringeworthy than Max Kellerman when it comes to wokeness. The ratings for First Take are abysmal. Hell, the ratings for ESPN overall are god-awful, but First Take, they have been struggling for a while now. The replay the other day was only watched by 88,000 people. The live show, around 250,000. Listen to some of these shows on cable that beat First Take in the ratings. NBA Summer League doubled their audience. They were beaten by a rerun of Catfish on MTV. Around the Horn on ESPN doubles their audience, almost doubles their audience. There were 65 other shows on cable television with better ratings than First Take yesterday. You see what's going on here, right? Max Kellerman is the fall guy. The ratings were fine with Stephen A. and Skip. It must be Max Kellerman's fault that no one's watching. Supposedly, ESPN's not even going to replace Max Kellerman with another host. And when you think about it, it kind of makes sense. Who in the hell do they have to replace him? ESPN has never been this starved for talent. Who are they going to replace him with? Jalen Rose? No one gives a damn about Jalen Rose. You going to go get Dominique Foxworth? That would be boring. They would spend the entire 2 hours agreeing with each other. They're going to bring in a round table of people to go head to head with Stephen A. But from what I'm reading, portions of the show, possibly large portions, could be Stephen A. Smith by himself. And if that's the case, it is going to be a disaster. Stephen A. Smith is most effective when he has a foil to play off of. That's why he and Skip Bayless worked so well together. When Skip was on the show, Stephen A. was actually the voice of reason. Skip would say something ridiculous, and Stephen A. Smith would roast him for being stupid. Now, of course, that was before Stephen A. went woke and was thinking logically. I don't see a show featuring Stephen A. Smith by himself or with rotating guests. I don't see that as being a formula for success. Debate shows are only entertaining when the people debating disagree with each other. People tune in to see the arguments. ESPN has painted themselves into a corner. This is one of the problems when you have a network full of on-air personalities that all think the same way, that all share the same mentality. It makes for painfully boring television. How much more entertaining would it be if you had a woke Stephen A. Smith debating someone with a working brain, someone who has the ability to think for themselves? No one wants to watch a debate show to see two people agree with each other all the time. I hate to call Max Kellerman a victim here, but he is a victim of his own stupidity. This is what happens when you align yourself with these wokers. Eventually, they are going to turn on you. It happens every time. Every time. There is no loyalty with this agenda. If First Take were doing well in the ratings, there is no way in hell ESPN would be thinking about making a change. The ratings are not good. And Max Kellerman is the fall guy. He's taking the blame. My question is, what is ESPN going to do if ratings don't improve once Max is gone? They can't blame their golden boy. They can't blame Stephen A. They're paying him $12 million a year for the next 3 years. They are locked into that contract. What the hell are they going to do? Who are they going to blame? Molly Karam? Time to let me know what you think. Give me your thoughts on ESPN splitting Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith. Do you think this decision is being made because of the low ratings? Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys tomorrow.